Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We have a critical AMC update video. AMC stock is up about 1% heading into the close of the day, and we have some things we need to talk about. So we're going to keep this short, sweet, straight to the point. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and source your comments, questions, or concerns down below in the comment section. So it looks like to me this conversion is probably imminent. Now, what I mean by imminent is it could happen tomorrow. It could happen potentially on Friday. These things usually don't happen on Friday, but it's a possibility. Now, why I say that is the option activity is exploding today and not in a good way. As you know, everyone is essentially negative on AMC heading into this court proceeding. And what if I told you the positive order value of the day today was 0 and you had 30 orders totaling $30.12 million? That means on average, every order was $1 million. Well, not quite. July 21st, a $10 put coming in at $14.5 million. This is one of the biggest trades that you have seen on AMC so far, and it's expiring this Friday. It's a $10 put. There's a lot of money to essentially wager on this negative event happening this week. Now, AMC stock is in the green today, so that means trades like this are not doing well today, but they're still making these kind of trades. Look at another trade worth $6.84 million, a July 21st $10 put, again expiring this Friday, putting $7 million on the line. In August 18th, $10 put, worth almost $2 million. Another $1.5 million trade right there. Another $1.5 million trade as well. So it looks like, based on option positioning alone, this announcement could be imminent. Now, these hedge funds, these institutions that are making these outrageously absurd trades on AMC, they don't understand that this is really a positive catalyst and a positive event for AMC. You and I understand this, right? AMC, we go through this negative catalyst. We've had months to prepare for this. This is not new information. And then what happens? AMC stock likely to rally. And then ultimately, these guys are on the wrong side of things. And that's what's going to happen, right? Now, if this were to come out tomorrow or even potentially on Friday, it wouldn't surprise me to see a small move down, right? You're not going to get a 20% move down like we've seen before. That's because we already know what to expect. We already expect this to go through. It's not going to be like crazy new information when the judge rules in favor of AMC to allow this reverse split to raise capital. What the hedge funds institutions don't realize, at the same time they're throwing all this money at these puts and these short positions and literally making AMC the most squeezable stock on the markets right now. This is a massive positive for AMC's overall business. At the same time, AMC's business has been improving this entire time. That's when they want to go put on all of these short positions and these negative option trades. That is very much a flawed theory. That's a flawed thesis that these guys currently have. So that's something that I really wanted to get out to you guys as soon as possible. Now, if we look at some of the data on what's going on here currently with AMC stock, AMC's short score, again, is at 96, the highest level that it has been at in the history of AMC and the MOAS. Do not forget that. You are most squeezable now than you have been literally in years. Now, you have $624.01 million worth of short positions currently in AMC, 28.04% short interest of free float. Free float out on loan at 34.52%, 178.23 million shares that are currently out on loan. Days to cover at 10.38. Cost to borrow 274.11%, and 83.4% share utilization. Now, the cost to borrow fees that we are seeing are absolutely insane as well. Not to mention, AMC stock is still on the threshold securities list. You have 1,050% cost borrow fees from interactive brokers. These are hedge fund and institutional clients. These are not your retail investors most of the time. Let me know down below in the comment section if you guys have an interactive brokers account. 99% of you guys are not going to. And if they're 1,050% over here, just imagine where they are on some other brokerages. Now, if we look at the amount of shares currently sold short, 144.55 million. Again, if apes still own a vast majority of AMC's float, the real short interest of free float is going to be over 100%. So something that you should not lose sight of. Cost to borrow average from Ortex 967%, cost to borrow max 1030%, cost to borrow minimum 656.16%. Some absolutely outrageous numbers that you are seeing across the board. And like this article says from Investor Place today, the headline of this article says the cost to borrow AMC stock is up 250% in July. This is from pre-July numbers where cost to borrow fees were already like 200%, or it says right here 591%. Going on to say that the cost to borrow rates currently are over 1,000%. Now it says the pending decision has attracted many arbitrage traders who believe that the conversion will be successful. However, the high cost to borrow fee lowers the probability that a short trade will emerge profitable, and that's another big sign I'm glad they really highlighted here. The cost to borrow fees are insane, number one, but they have been insane for a long time now. And hedge funds institutions that were in this arbitrage trade did not expect this to take this long. So these cost to borrow fees have eaten away at any potential profits that these hedge funds or institutions were hoping to make from this arbitrage trade. And eventually, when this arbitrage trade does not fall through in the way that they are hoping to, literally meaning AMC stock to fall, well, when AMC rises, that's going to put a lot of pressure on these shorts that are currently in AMC stock, and that's where you get likely a massive reversal. Now, at the time of recording this video, you are wrapping up the trading day, and Tesla and Netflix are going to be reporting earnings, as well as we will get some insight from Discover, so watch your credit card companies, your credit kind of companies in general. Las Vegas Sands, travel, leisure, hospitality, IBM, your first inkling from the chip sector. I know IBM is not a chip manufacturer directly, but they do use a lot of semiconductors in their products, so that could be important. And Netflix and Tesla, obviously, your two big technology stocks, and this has big implications for the rest of tech earnings season. And given where valuations are at right now, Apple's almost at $200 today after announcing they're going to launch a competitor to essentially create their own chat GPT. Stocks like Microsoft did sell off on this news today, whereas Apple did rally. There's a lot of good expectations baked into these technology companies, especially your companies with over $1 trillion market cap. If we just don't see earnings follow through that support those valuations, that is the biggest thing that could crash the markets currently. That would have a negative effect on AMC. It could have a positive effect on AMC and your small caps if these earnings do come out good today. Now, tomorrow pre-market, TSMC, American Airlines, Johnson & Johnson's, Nokia, the Blackstone Group, Abbott, D.R. Horton, Philip Morris International, and KeyBank. If you guys want to come trade some of these earnings with me live in real time every time I make a trade, link down below in the description of this video. Definitely a great place to be. A lot of knowledgeable members over there. Shout out to you guys. You guys know who you are that keep, the newer members informed and help teach them. So there is that. As far as economic data, we're not really going to have anything for the rest of this week. So anything that moves the markets is really going to be down to earnings. Now, we had, like I mentioned previously in this video, the Ukraine grain deal with Russia fell through. So any ships in the Black Sea are considered targets from Russia, and that is something that could boost inflation. And the markets did sell off briefly on that here today, although that sell-off did not last. Something to keep your eyes out for. That kind of brings up inflation expectations as well, which is not good in terms of unanchored inflation expectations, guys. So there you have all of that. Let's go ahead and pull up the Stock O tracker data, and let's go ahead and see what juicy option activity we are seeing for this week. And here you have it. 44,000 calls in the money, 500,000 calls out the money. In the money puts at 363,000, out the money puts at 533,000. So some massive option activity. Again, if we do get a ruling imminent or within the next, couple of hours, next day or two for this week, that's going to have a lot of potential fuel on the fire. Especially on the call side, if those puts start to go out the money and some of those calls start to go in the money, that could have a big buying effect on AMC stock. But as well as that, the next 3 weeks after this week, so July 28th, August 4th and August 11th all have very low kind of option activity. So what that means is if you get the ruling within the next 3 weeks, in which if it doesn't happen this week, it's definitely going to happen in the next 3 weeks, well, I would expect any influx of calls or puts would have a pretty sizable impact on AMC's actual share price on any given day, and that could affect the stock quite a bit. Now, keep in mind, AMC is on the threshold securities list. We've seen a lot of failure to delivers over the last couple of months, and it looks like the naked shorts are definitely out in action again, even targeting Hycroft Mining. Like, they have literally noticed irregularities in their trading after hiring a private detective to look into these things. I mean, maybe they're all in cahoots against AMC, but I mean, you definitely have some illegal activity that is taking place, in my personal opinion, that nobody just wants to look into, and everyone is turning a blind eye. So take that into consideration when you are doing your own analysis. Now, AMC stock at the time of recording this video is up 0.70% following that 8-day moving average, which is trending to the upside. And really, as we're getting closer to this ruling from the courts, if this was a huge negative, you would expect AMC stock to be falling. It is doing quite the opposite. At the same time, the MACD is rising, as well as the RSI has plateaued and really stabilized around that 45 level, guys. So that is going to do it for this video. Stay on the lookout for any other videos coming out later today. If Netflix or Tesla earnings give us something that you need to know about the broader markets, or any implications from AMC via Netflix earnings, we will bring you all of that information. Again, if you guys want to come trade with me live in real time, link down below in the description of this video. Check out the links down there as well to get yourself some free stock with Webull, Moomoo, and Public. If you have not signed up already, it's free money. I like to throw it out there. Free money's free money. You can't go wrong there. Nonetheless, that is going to do it for this video. You guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.